Hey Magicals! I hope that you're good and that you've had a great week. So this is your little reading on the eclipse happening tomorrow. Guys, just a heads up, I am going to do a pop-up. I'm going to do a quick 3-card pop-up reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out today. The readings will actually be done on the day of eclipse. So I'm going to use the energy to make it more potent, to really tune into the energy to give you the best advice I can possibly give. So although tomorrow is a Sunday, for those of you who booked, there will be voice note readings, but they will start going out earlier on Sunday morning. And when I say early, I don't mean 6 o'clock, okay? Just some ungodly hour. Okay, so what has happened now, obviously, is we had the full moon eclipse at the beginning of the month. We are now facing the partial solar eclipse. Okay, so the full moon was all about release and in this period of time, stuff has come up for us to reevaluate, to look at, to see what we need to change. Guys, again, this is in Virgo. This new moon is the second Virgo new moon this month. It is, or in the space of a monthly cycle. It is powerful energy. If we look at Virgo, the major arcana for Virgo in the tarot, it is the Hermit. It's self-reflection. I've said all of this to you at the beginning of this. We need to focus on these elements of self-reflection, making sure that we're doing what we need to do, looking at our patterns, our behaviors, okay? It's a huge time for purging over this last couple of weeks, and it's been really intense energy. It's been hard to ground. A lot of us, I mean, I've hardly slept over this eclipse season for no other reason than just the energy has been all over the place. And I'll be like exhausted by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm still sitting in bed like wide awake, going, God. Okay, so we're all going to have perceived it in different ways. Anxiety might be running a little bit high. But all of our past stuff is coming up that we really, one final shover to let it go. Again, we're in a 9-year cycle, guys. We're in a 9-month. We've had the 999 portal this month. I'm just putting it out there gently in the corner. So big ending energy, huge stuff for us to release and to move forward, ready for our next chapter. Okay, so here's the thing. Tomorrow is the actual eclipse, okay? We have got shitty weather here again. It's all rainy and cloudy, so the chances of us seeing any kind of partial solar eclipse is probably slim to none in Durban. We are so fabulous for inappropriate weather at the best of times. But it's a very powerful energy, okay? So the moon is about hidden stuff coming up to be revealed. The sun is about illumination. Okay, it's about bringing stuff to the surface, about illuminating everything. So if you've been doing the work through this period, you might find that you get the answers you've been seeking, truth is being revealed, all of that energy coming to light. We still have the new moon energy. Even though it's a partial eclipse, we're still working with the new moon energy, which is very much around planting seeds for the next chapter. However, understand, be very clear on your planting of seeds. Okay, this new moon. This is not going to just last for this moon cycle. This is like a 6-month thing being carried with not only Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus, all the planets still at play out there, right? But it's also being carried by the eclipse energy. Okay, until we hit the next eclipse season in about 6 months' time. All right, so please, guys, be aware of that. Be very, very specific about what you want. And what I mean by that is, you don't want a Harley Davidson delivered to you on Tuesday the 18th at 3 o'clock. Your dream bike is a Harley Davidson, for example. You have, I don't know why I use that example. It's because I'm thinking about getting my motorbike license. That's why. That's why that came up. So that's a random one. But if any of you out there are looking at getting a Harley Davidson, whatever it is, be specific about what you're wanting, but surrender and don't play into the specifics of the how and the when. Okay, I cannot say that enough. Things will start to fall into your lap when you need them. Okay, so that's that. Very clear. Okay. What I also want to say to you is that I'm going to do a reading now for you. It's going to kind of mimic the 3-card reading that I'm going to do, although it will probably be a little bit, the 3-card readings never end up being 3-card readings, let's be honest. But there is an energy of complete surrender around this, so much so that Kelso has guided me to use the water oracle from Rebecca Campbell. Not the water oracle, the ancient stones. Why am I talking about water oracles? that's my next deck. I need to buy it. I'm taking that as guidance from above that I need to get a new deck. Okay, but here's the thing. The stones are about grounding. Okay, they're about earth energy. This is about surrender from a grounded space, not surrender dressed up in like an evening gown with frills of anxiety on the edge. Okay, we're having to really ground ourselves into this energy and be very clear. We do our release again. I always say to you, always. For me, the lunar cycles are all about release. Use the new moon to release. Use the full moon to release. I always say to you, show up every day. If you need to release that day, but understand that the new moon releases are, and the lunar releases, let's just put it as a lunar release, very powerful energies to release around. Okay, so just be very clear on that. What I want to say here is that in light of all of this, we're using the Ancient Stones Oracle. It's such a beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. And then I will do the tarot asking specific questions about what we need to know. Okay. One of the questions I'm actually going to ask this time is, are we on the right track? And when I ask that question, because I'm going to be in channeling mode, just so you are aware, that when I ask that question, take it as it resonates for you. So the question is, are we all releasing and focusing on the right things for us? Okay. And if it's a no answer, but you feel in your gut that you are definitely on the right track, don't get hysterical. Just understand that I'm reading for a collective and that part of the reading may not resonate with you. Just take a deep breath, calm your farm, and keep going with the rest of the reading and see what that has to say. Okay. It also might just be that there is an aspect of which you need to fine tune or to be more clear about. Okay. So guys, make sure you're doing your rituals tomorrow night. Okay. What you're wanting to release, write it down, burn it. Let it go. This is a pivotal point for us in release. Okay. We start going into a 10-month now. So it's new energy. October's a 10, which comes down to a 1. Okay, so we're starting to prepare ourselves going into the new energy of the 2026 year. All right, so please just be aware of that. All right. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just see. I have pre-shuffled, but we're going to just give it a quick little one because I don't want to be bang-a-dang-danging on the desk and disturbing everyone. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know? What is the general energy that we need to be aware of, or any guidance that we need to be aware of, please? Okay, well, I got 3 cards just for that. Okay, so we've got obstacle. Find another road, flexibility and change. And before everyone has a heart attack, just calm down. I haven't asked the specific question I was referring to yet. Weather the storms, let it change you, embrace the unexpected. That's Uranus, my sweets. That's Uranus in retrograde. Then you've got the gateway, open doors, opportunities, right timing. What else is saying about these 2 cards here? I'll show them here. Okay, can you see that? Okay. Obstacles and weathering the storm. This is saying to me, with this card coming out saying doors are opening now, be aware. Okay, even if you still feel like you're in the thick of things, because the energy hasn't shifted yet. Okay, this weekend is a pivotal point for the energy shifting. Next week, we should really feel a calmness in the energy. There should be a whole lot more ease going down. I say should because honestly, not to be funny or nothing, this year has not gone how any of us thought it was going to go. Let's be brutally honest. It's been quite a thing. So what I want to say with this is that I feel like they're saying to us here, we've done the work. Okay, ground yourself. Like I said to you, be grounded, right? Make sure that you're coming from a place of grounding. Ground yourself, make sure that you have clarity, make sure that you have learned the lessons. I said to you, between these 2 eclipses, we've had the chance to assess what we need to release, what isn't working for us, what we need to let go. And sometimes it's shit hard because it may be your best friend, or it may be someone that you've been connected to, or maybe it's a romance you've been hoping for, or a romance you've been in that isn't working for you. Maybe it's a job, whatever it is in your space. This is the time now to really get serious about it. We've put in the time, we've done the work, okay? And now, as a result of that, the gateway, doors open, opportunities, right timing. So understanding that eclipses and new moons are portals to new beginnings, okay? When we talk about open doors and opportunities, those lead us to new beginnings. So make the most of this energy. Go into it with positivism and optimism, but also realism and clarity. Okay, if you're going to go in like with seriously pie in the sky energy and not having grounded ideas. Now, I'm not saying, please don't misunderstand me, I'm not saying that you have to have every single thing in your life sorted out. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we need to take the steps. I actually I did a little reading with these cards myself this morning first up, and the cards that I got were I'm not lying to you. This is how the universe tells you to get off your ass. They were quite specific, but they were all exactly the same. And I had such a chuckle because it was things like soul agreement, soul purpose, the gateway, open doors, stepping stones, take one step at a time, alignment, everything's aligning, the road to clear his head, stone of destiny, life path, ambition, yes. So all of those cards came up for me because I was like, I'm feeling like this eclipse is going to change how I perceive my business, how I do my business, what's happening in my business. I've been planning. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And those were the cards that came out for me. So they are answering us. We just need to listen. Okay. But it was literally the universe saying, get off your ass and do something now. Like, stop planning. Okay. So this is it. We've been through the storms. We've done the work. The opportunities are coming in now. Guys, be careful. Like, seriously, be careful that you are not being blinded to opportunities simply because they are not being presented in the packaging you want. Okay, I had that comment that video of Charlie Kirk that I did, and I spoke about packaging around things. It's very important that you start seeing things for what they are, and how you do that is by using your intuition. It's that simple. Okay, right. So we're just gonna get some tarot cards. I want to know, please, for the collective, Kelso, are we on the right track with what we are needing to do? Are we on the right track with what we are needing to do? Sorry, I have one card. I just want to see. Kelso, it kind of feels like there's another card that wants to come out. Oh, okay, well, all right. I'm not going to take all of these cards, but basically, we've got the full moon, right? So that was when the eclipse started. We've got the planning stage and the Two of Wands. Okay, we've got releasing. That to me is internal conflict. Releasing that, having the change of perspective, major arcana, right? Moon and Hangman, major arcana. Again, I mean, you can't get a better answer than this, right? The world. Yeah. Okay. And this is saying ending of cycles with achievement. Okay. There's an ending of a cycle with achievement. You've got, out of 5 cards, you've got 3 major arcana. Okay. But remember that the Two of Wands does require you to get out of comfort zones. Okay. Which is where the internal conflict may come in. I have to tell you, and I just want to put this out there just in case you guys are going through this. Resistance for me in doing what I've needed to do, believe it or not, has come in the form of sleep. I've been sleeping like crazy. My body just feels exhausted. I just feel like I don't have the energy for this. I don't have the energy for that. Please just make sure that you are tuning into what your resistance is presenting at. Because 9 times out of 10, right, your resistance is going to come up in one way or another. And for me, it's come up as sleep. Like I've just needed to sleep. My whole body's just gone. I'm tired. Okay, so ending of cycles with that, and then you've got the nine of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. You're leveling up, guys. From the 9 to the 10, you're leveling up to. And let me explain this to you. This is a collective energy. I'm not taking this just as money, right? This is you are leveling up in your life. This is long-term stuff. The pentacles are solid long-term. This is the 10 of the suit that you want at this point, because there's happy families, there's stability, there's legacy. It's that energy. So I'm going to take it from that, in that yes, we are on the right track. The King of Wands shows up as the actual card, and that's saying just make sure that you are strategizing. Okay, make sure that you are clear on your intentions, make sure you are clear on what you're wanting, and make sure that you are in a space now where you are doing the work that you need to do. Guys, you cannot manifest something like love and then sit at home and hope that the pizza delivery person is going to be your soulmate, right? You actually got to get out of the house. It's that same principle. Make sure that you are very clear on what you are wanting and actually doing the work, planning it and doing the work. And here's the thing. There are many things that I'm wanting to introduce into my business. Financially, I'm not able to execute them all at the same time. So I've sat down and I've made a monthly list of what I will launch each month, respective to holidays and to this and to that and the next thing and what I'm capable of. And we work like that. When we start doing small steps, we start getting the momentum and the build up. Okay, let's be very clear on that. Okay, so let's see what else there is. What else? Okay, what is the advice for us, please? What advice do you have for us, please, Spirit? I've been told to take them. I normally take jumpers. We've got the Lovers card and we've got the Eight of Wands. The advice here is very clear. When you make decisions from your heart, when you make decisions that fill your soul with joy, things happen very quickly for you. The Eight of Wands is one of the fastest moving cards in the deck. And this is saying, also just be joyful, love your life, right? Absolutely love your life. And, I was chatting to a client the other day who was sitting here, and I kept on saying, I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy. Life is not perfect. Things are not perfect. There's things that I'm still trying to sort out and all of that, but I am really, really happy. And I kept on wondering why I had to reiterate it, because I'm the believer that if somebody has to try and prove they are something, then they're not actually that thing and they're trying to do it. And I sat and thought about it, and it was actually because I think I'm in shock. I think my body isn't used to, and my system isn't used to being in a space of constant joy. I'm used to being in a state of survival. So they're saying here, when you get to that space of absolute joy and you can make the decisions around your future and your planning and what you're wanting to do, right? When you make it from a place of soul-fulfilling joy, the universe supports you by moving things quickly. And I still said to you that, you can't, again, you can't really go wrong unless you are doing what you need to do and surrendering. And here, it's a reiteration of this energy here. You make the decisions to do the endings, to walk away from what you need to walk away from, and you cannot go wrong, is what the universe is trying to say. And that this is the pivotal portal, guys. The fact that the moon came up, the full moon came up, means that this was the start, the activation of it with this eclipse season. Okay, because we're only having a partial solar and it's a new moon. So it's very much about that. But you've had to do the work. You've had to get out of comfort zones and you've had to change your perspective. Right. Okay, so we've got our guidance, and then we're going to do a wild card here. Is there anything else you want us to know, please, for this eclipse? Is there anything really important that we need to know for this eclipse, please? What do we need to know? Is there anything we need to do? Is there anything we need to know, please? Well, I think it's pretty clear what we need to do with the making of the decisions. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, first and foremost, release control. This is a timing card. The Seven of Pentacles is waiting for the fruit to ripen. Okay. Holding on to expectations, holding on to control. Okay. But it's also, the other side of it is, don't try and put down timelines into what you're wanting. By the same token here, also make sure that you're being discerning with your energy, guys. I have been speaking to this about a lot lately in the videos. Even in the Charlie Kirk video that I did, I was speaking to you about this. It is vitally important that you make sure that you do not try and control situations, that you are patient, but that you are managing your energy and where you are placing it. Okay. Vitally, vitally important. We're not going to get around that. We have to make sure that we are discerning. And he's basically saying to us, let the endings come. Okay, there are going to be unexpected endings. There are going to be known endings. There are going to be hard endings. There are going to be easy endings. Let the endings come. Find balance and remember your worth. If you can do that, and you've got a match here, so if anyone's looking for love, this might be a portal for love for you, just saying, King and Queen, and we've got the Lovers, and so I'm just saying, if maybe there's love coming. But what I do want to say is this is about finding balance and being stable. Remember I said to you, being grounded and knowing your worth. The Queen of Wands, is very creative. She's very intuitive. I know that the Queen of Cups is like the high priestessy kind of energy, but she also works off of her intuition, and she's passionate and she's creative and she knows her worth. Okay, she does know her worth. So I hope that this helps, guys. I hope that you have an incredible eclipse. I'm really excited for it, because I'm not going to lie to you, this energy has been rough for me this last couple of weeks. It's going to be nice just to feel a little bit like, not like I'm going down a White River rafting expedition. But I'm sending you so much love. And for those of you who are wanting your sessions, we'll get them done for you tomorrow in eclipse energy, because I think that's going to be quite an interesting one. So big loves, guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side.